The firebrand Craig Oates is considering ending his time as Hanover FA vice president as he believes the association has failed the people. Over the years, the Hanover Football Association is the last to get their league up and running, and at times it would be over in the blink of an eye. But the shortest run parish association league hasn't been on the calendar since 2019, much to the disappointment of the FA first vice president Craig Oates.
And it is sad and really disheartening to know that I am a member of the Hanover Football Association, a vice president at that, and our mandate that we were given by the affiliates was to ensure that we develop and promote football on a whole, from the grassroots level right up to the senior level. And honestly, with what is happening now, it would appear as if we are failing at our jobs. Youth development and community development is a part of what makes Jamaica great. This is what gives us boys champions and girls champions at all levels at the boys and girls championship. And me agreeing even to speak with you right now is saying to you that I, as an individual, as a member of the Hanover Football Association, is really, really disappointed. Our youths at all levels should be out there playing games. We should not be inactive. And when you multiply 365 by 4, that's over 1,000 days that have gone by, and youths in Hanover have not played in a competitive game, and that is unacceptable. Nobody wants to really take the bull by the horn. People would prefer to just have things slide. For me, somebody who is actively involved in, for most of my life, involved in sports, it is just difficult for me to sit by and see youths go into 4 years without any football being played and being a member of the team. I am seriously looking at tendering my resignation to the Hanover Football Association.
And then there is the saying, you can't stay a top cow back and cuss cow.
The truth is, sometimes it is very easy to say things when you're on the outside. There is a lot of things that I want to say and that I will say, and I will say them over time or in time. And I guess, when the entirety of the story is told, then persons will get a real picture of why is it that persons like me, somebody has to be in the room or should be in the room that can hold others' feet to fire. How can we have, say, a football body like Asafa playing one competition, about to start the other, and Hanover has not yet started? To me, we have failed our obligation, myself included. I'm not going to take myself out. I'm not going to single myself out. I'm probably the voice of reason. And sometimes when you say things, people don't really like when the truth is told. But that is just me. That is my personality. If we are going to develop this football, we have to develop it for the youths. And it is easy for persons to go in a corner and say, hey, why is, he's saying that? For all who are asking this question, ask yourself this. If your son or daughter, but in most instance in Jamaica, son, has not played competitive football in their parish for 4 years, and other parish have gone more than once and played competitively, the season is finishing and there is no end at the end of the horizon, how would you feel?
It has been said for years that Oates was the right-hand man for president of the Hanover FA, Sheridan Samuels.
I've heard persons say this, but for those who know me, know that I am not the right-hand man for anybody at all. I am the right and left-hand man for myself. I've never been anybody's right-hand man. I have been personal friends with the president, but I call it the way I see it. If I see it wrong, I call it wrong. If I see it right, I call it right. But I have never, ever been any right or left-hand man for anybody in my life, for those who know me. And that is why, some persons say that I am, some say controversial, because I just speak truth to power.
Meanwhile, Centre Circle understands that Samuels will be seeking higher office as he's a candidate for the chairmanship of the Western Confed.
President is going for high office. I mean, there are 3 other parishes in the Confed. They must know, they will have to look at what it is that the president has done to move himself upward in certain upward position. But the truth is that football in Jamaica, in my view, is a very small cable, and one hand wash the other. For me, this hand and this hand will remain free, but this mouth will speak whenever I see youths being marginalized at the expense of others living it up. It is just sad. And those chairs, without being personal, are big seat to fill. Because if we put persons in those chairs who cannot garner sponsorship and cooperation from sponsors and from coaches and players, then the football will go down as it is now. That my intention is not to attack anybody personally. Not the president of the Football Association in Hanover, not the president of the GFF, but the system that currently exists in the form and the format that it does.
And it's not just Oates who is disappointed with football in the parish. Coach of Rosees High, Dwayne Ambersley, is another. He believes no attention is being paid to youth football in the parish.
According to now, St. James have an under 17. They have an under 17 currently going on now. I have to bring my prayers from Hanover to pray in this St. James under 17 now, because none is in Hanover.
Still to come, CASAFA Vice President Carvel Stewart calls for JFF General Secretary Dennis Chung to quit office.